I'm in love with fishing, and fishing's what I do. And if you wanna try 'em up, I'll take you fishing too. Maybe in the morning, the noonday, or at night. It don't really matter, I just wanna get that bite. We may catch a limit, or maybe just a few. But even if the fish don't bite, just being out here do. We may fish the ocean or a river running free. And if you catch the biggest one, it'll be alright by me. Yes, I'm in love with fishing, and fishing is my life. So grab your pole and go with me. This is the life of a fisherman's wife. Let's go pull them in.
Let's go. Hey guys, it's your girl Linda with the life of a fisherman wife with the guy she always does it with, her Fishin Ed.
What's up?
Guys, we did a thing. We always doing a thing. But where are we?
We're at the Fox River down in Silver Lake.
Yeah, we're at the Fox River. We're gonna do a little jigging. Well, Fishin Ed is gonna do a little jigging. The fisherman wife is gonna run her mouth a little bit. That's all she's gonna do today.
The water is kind of high, so I could put you a bobber on. But the thing about running water like this, that bobber is gonna immediately come to the bank and probably get hung up in that grass. So if you did fish with a bobber and minnow combo, you'll have to keep moving it, you know, which is okay in this running water. You could let that bobber swing close to the bank and then slide it back out like that. Let it swing back up under the hook, and then let it come back towards the bank. So it takes a lot of work, and she normally don't like a lot of work when it comes to fishing. So I'm gonna just go ahead and jig.
Okay, he gonna jig, and when he catches first fish, we'll let you know. Be back in a minute. A little bass, huh?
Yep, a little smallmouth. Very little.
That
fella.
is a smallmouth. He is pretty though. He is dark green. He look very healthy.
Yep. I'm using this ACC Crappie snack, ACC Crappie Stix jig head, and I'm tipping it with a minnow. This river is up, guys. I came out for some crappie, but it's up pretty high. I don't know if I'm gonna get any, but we're gonna give it a try. I caught that one right down here. See how fast that current running? You come over here. You see right there that rock, it's a break, and it creates a little eddy. So I put it right in there in that little break. As soon as I put it in there, he hit it.
It creates a what?
It creates an eddy.
What is the eddy?
That's when the water is going around something heavy. It creates a kind of like a slow spot and a fast spot. So the water, the fish will sit just when they come off of that rock or something in that eddy.
To get a little break.
That's an ambush point for the fish. So something like that. He gone. All right.
Guys, some people think that you have to use a spoon and cast and reel in very slowly for bass, but Fishin Ed has been just jigging, and he caught one bass, and he got at 3, right? Yeah. And 2 of them got off. One got off immediately, and the other one, he brought it up, and as soon as he raised him up out of the water, it fell back down in the water. We didn't have time to get it on camera. But you know, you can jig fish and catch bass as well. I don't know about the big size bass because we're not getting the big ones, but we're getting how big you think they are, hon?
Those first 2 were less than a pound. That one I just lost was probably about 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, all I'm doing, guys, is just jigging around these rocks. If you can see at the edge of the water, there's a lot of rocks down there, a lot of wood and stuff. So all I'm doing is just jigging around there. I have caught a lot of crappie out here, and right now the rivers are up, so the crappies are not necessarily biting right now. But I could run across them, but right now it seems like just the bass are biting. So we're gonna keep going and see what we can get.
He said we're gonna keep going and see what we can get. Guys, we're really close to the street, The name of this lake is what?
This is Fox River.
This is Fox River. Okay, it's not a lake, it's Fox River. Because you know me, I call everything a lake, a pond, or whatever. But you know, guys, we did not plan this morning out because we was out yesterday on the boat. If you have not seen the episode with us on the boat, we was out on my surprise boat that Fishin Ed brought home. One day he went to work and came home with a boat. Who does that? Fishin Ed does. But anyway, so we was out all day yesterday, so we decided that we wasn't going to go fishing today. We decided that we was going to stay at home and we was going to have a restful day. Well, the sun was shining a little bit too bright for us. A trip planned to Walmart, end up at the lake. Now, who does that? The fisherman wife. She makes that decision. Yeah, we was going to Walmart to get us a grocery run. Oh, look, he got one. Oh, he got off. Did you see that? He got off. Ah. Fishin Ed, you ain't set your mouth right.
I ain't setting that hook right.
Oh, okay. Well, don't blame that on me.
No.
I was ready for you. But anyway, so yeah, we were just planning a trip to Walmart to pick up a few groceries. And I said, hey, why not go bank fishing somewhere? And Fishin Ed said, well, you know what? I haven't been to the river in a while. Let's go to the river. So we're here. We may end up at Lake Delavan. We don't know, depending on what goes on here, because I can't fish here. I mean, too many structures here. I like to fish in places where I don't get hung up. I don't want to lose too many of Fishin Ed's jigs. So, because you know that can get expensive.
Yeah, I've been hung up 5 times already, guys.
Yep, he's been hung up 5 times. And what I did not show you all is the technique that he uses when he's hung up. I would say 90% of the time when you're hung, you can get a loose, right?
Yeah.
About 90% or a little less. But most of the time, Fishin Ed can get his jig back without losing his jig when he's fishing. So if he get hung up again, we're gonna show you the technique that he uses. Hopefully he can retrieve his jig back, but you know if we video it, probably won't. He probably end up losing it, but we're gonna try.
Guys, this is the main reason I had her to get me this 11-foot. She asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I told her 11-foot ACC Crappie Stix. She said, why so long? This is the main reason for jigging. I have been jigging with my 8-foot, and it's fine, but with the 11-foot, you can get out a whole lot further. And guys, they do make 14-footers, 12-footers, so if you need to get out there and reach, get you one of those longer poles. This one here is my AT&T. I can reach out and touch it.
He said that is his AT&T. He can reach out and touch them. But that is an ACC Crappie Stix. You don't have to get that brand. They have a lot of brands that's jigging poles that in that length, in different brands, cheaper brands. We just like the ACC Crappie Stix. We went with Ken on Hook City TV. He's a YouTuber. Check him out. Great guy. Has a lot of rhymes. Keeps you laughing. Him and his dad. That's what made Fishin Ed like his channel, is because he spent quality time with his dad. And you know, oh, you got another one. And that kind of
I'm real small.
yeah, he's real small. That kind of attracted Fishin Ed to that channel.
Now guys, this is the spot. She was talking about a cheaper brand. I got a Walmart 10-foot jigging pole that I was jigging around here last year. And that's why I slipped on the rocks that it fell and I broke the tip off. I broke about 6 or 8 inches off of it. So I have fixed it, and I haven't used it since I fixed it. But I looked at a YouTube thing about how to fix a broken rod. So we're gonna see how it work out, you know, after I try. But right now I'm loving this this 11-footer. This is a small one, pretty little smallmouth. It may be a little smaller than that first one I caught, but he's not even close to the one I lost 2 fish ago. So we'll see if we can get some bigger ones.
Guys, I don't know if you can see this.
You want to hold him?
No, you could hold him. But the color that he is makes him look a little different than the largemouth bass to me.
Yeah, because these are mostly brownish green. Largemouths are more greenish and silver kind of looking. But you can tell them different, you know, tell the difference of them with their eyes, their mouth. The smallmouth mouth is more proportional to his body. A largemouth mouth, his mouth might be this big on one this small.
Yeah.
So
I wish we can compare them to one to another, but you know, we try to do that and the game warden come out here and is in our possession is too small, we get a ticket, y'all. So don't do that.
and guys, it's been hot, so a lot of my minnows died. So right now, since there's so much current, I'm using the dead minnows because the current and me jigging is enough action on the bait to make them bite.
Yeah. So guys, again, it's a warm day. We weren't planning on fishing today, but ended up coming out. Guys, look at this lake. It is gorgeous. It wasn't a planned trip. It was just a trip that we decided to do out of the spur of the moment. Like I say, it was a trip that was to Walmart and ended up out here at the lake. The reason you're hearing so many cars is because that's the road right there. It is literally not too far away, a few feet away. So this is a nice little area to fish at. They have little grills out here that you can grill and sit down and have fun with the kids. You can bring the kids and they can play in that little area right there. As long as you got the ones that, you know, not too spunky and want to run out in the street. They can play on the grass. You can have a picnic underneath the trees over there. I am all about the kids and bringing them outdoors and sharing outdoors experience with the kids. I am not about the video games, and my grandson and granddaughter love the phone and iPads and all that stuff to play games on. Okay guys, when Fishin Ed, oh, there's somebody in the bushes over there, honey. Yeah, I don't know if there's somebody in those bushes or...
Nah, that was big. That probably was a tree limb breaking out of the tree, falling to the ground.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if somebody in there or a tree limb fell out of there. But yeah, it was a lot of noise right over there. I don't know if you all heard it, but Sasquatch, she come out of there. I'm taking out running. I don't know how fast I can get. Hope he can't swim that well. But one thing for sure, I'm not going in that water because I can't swim at all. Oh, you got another one. Are the just smallmouths biting today?
It looked like it, don't it?
Yeah.
I had a largemouth bass bite the other day. I must have caught, I don't know, 15 largemouth. Look like today gonna be a smallmouth bite. I wish they get bigger. Now guys, I like these smallmouth better than largemouth. For some reason, these river smallmouth taste really good. They are pretty though.
Yeah, they are. I just wish they was a little bit bigger.
No, a lot bit bigger.
A lot bit bigger, okay.
Yeah. I think they got to be 14. 14 and over.
So the largemouth and the smallmouth have to be the same size?
Yep.
Have to be at least 14 and over?
Yep.
Okay.
Some lakes, okay, let me say this, because some lakes have their own regulation. Some lakes, it may be 15 and bigger. Because you got some lakes that are geared toward making what you call a trophy lake. So they will require for you to keep bigger size fish. Even the bluegills in some lakes, you can't keep them unless they 7 or bigger. But in the rivers and stuff and just regular waters, you can keep them bluegill any size, 25. Perch, rock bass, crappie. But this place we go a little bit south of here, the crappie have to be 9 and the bluegill have to be 7. So in other words, wherever you are, make sure you check the regulations on the lake you're gonna fish.
Right, because it is different.
Right.
And like I say, if you, like I said previous, if you have a fish that's not legal size in your possession, whether you say you're going to throw that fish back or you were just showing it to somebody or you was actually going to keep it, if the game warden come out there and catch you with that undersized fish, you will get a ticket. The last time Fishin Ed got one, it was like $75. But that was years ago.
That was years ago. And I'm going to tell you what happened with that. I caught a northern pike. And I was fishing with another guy. And I was going to let him go. And he said, I haven't had a northern pike in a long time. And so I said, well, we're going to get the tape measure. We're going to measure him and see what he weighs. So
how long?
How long he was. Because I think at that lake, they had to be 24. So, no, they had to be 20. So we put him in the bucket. I went to the car. On my way to the car, the game warden pulled up. And he said, "Oh, hi guys, you having any luck?" So we told him, yeah. He came and checked it, and the fish was in the bucket. He gave me a $75 ticket. Now, even though I was gonna let it go, and the guy said he wanted it, I went ahead and took the blame for it because I the one caught it. So I ended up having to pay $75 for that one fish because he was 2 inches too short.
And guess what, guys? Fishin Ed couldn't keep that fish. It couldn't have been a $75 meal.
Nope.
If you catch something illegal, not legal size, and the game warden come out there, if it's dead or alive, you would not be able to keep that fish.
Right. If it's dead, they take it and they give it to someone. If it's alive, they let it go. And you still got to pay that ticket.
You still have to pay that ticket. Or you can, don't they suspend your right to fish? Or
not for
that. It's something that has to be something really bad.
If you get caught a whole lot and you constantly breaking the rules, then yeah, they will suspend your license.
Yeah, you risking your license for at least a year.
Got it. This a big one.
You we ain't got our net. You want me to cut this? Oh, it's not too big.
It's just fighting in the current.
It just and then that's a light pole too. It's actually a crappie pole and not a bass pole. So yeah, but that's a nicer one.
It's a little bit bigger one. Yeah, that ACC Crappie Stix, guess what? I lost my minnow on that little one. I didn't even put another minnow on there just to see what was going on. But this Crappie Stix, look, he got it hanging off. This Crappie Stix looks like a minnow in the water in this current and everything. So I just got it slid up on there, and he bit that without the minnow being on there. Yeah, a little bit bigger.
And see, guys, you could just jig, like I say, you could just jig for bass. You don't have to throw out there and reel in slow. Fishin Ed can do it. I can't do it. I lost all your ACC Crappie Stix jigs.
Guys, I got my drag set light because if a big one hit it, I don't want it to snap my line because this is 8-pound test because this is my crappie setup. So I got the drag set light, and then anytime you hook a fish in the river system, it's a heavier fight because of the current. You're fighting the current and the fish, so it could feel bigger and may not even be bigger, but either way, it's fun.
And guys, let me explain to you why I explained it in the way I understand it, because I am not. He got another bite real quick. As
soon as I put that in there.
As soon as you put it in, you got a bite.
That felt like a little one though. Look how he knocked the tail off of there. Now, guys, let me show you something. These ACC Crappie Stix jig heads come with a little keeper right there. That keeper normally keeps your bait up there so it won't come loose. But I got hung a few times with this and it broke the keeper off. But though I could go to my bucket and get another one, but
your tackle bag.
My tackle bag and get another one, but this one working fine. I just had to keep sliding it up there every time they hit it, but that's okay.
Okay, let me finish my statement. Now, the reason I kind of repeat what Fishin Ed says, one is because Fishin Ed talks real light, and sometimes you can't hear us, even though we're using a mic right now, and hoping that it is picking him up better. The other thing is that I try to explain things the way that I know, because I am not a true fisherman. I haven't been doing this for years like Fishin Ed, and this is a very, and when he said that he set the drag light, well, if you understand what a drag is, at least I know what a drag is. Your line is not very tight. So when the fish bite, the fish can run with the line, because the tighter your line is, the easier for the fish to break it.
So when the fish bite, you hear this. That's your drag going out. You can set it tighter and it won't go out as much. The tighter I get, the harder it is for me to pull. So you want it a little tight, so when you set the hook, you will set the hook into the fish. Some people have it set just right, so when you set the hook, you hear a little bit of rent, and that's perfect. That means your drag is working, and it's giving you some play in the line, and it won't break your line as fast. Yeah. Now, if you wrap around a stick or some grass or a log, the drag not going to help you any, because you're not fighting the fish through the rod and into the drag. You fighting that weed he's wrapped around, so you may still break off.
Right. So that's what he mean about setting your drag tight or light, so that the fish can take the line out and you can reel it in. Because the tighter your line is, the easier it is to break.
Yes.
So, I have learned that from Fishin Ed. I do learn some things, and I do retain it.
Now here's the thing. Some people use heavy line. If you got heavy line, um, it's less chance that your line is gonna break. But then you may be damaging your reel. Cause some reel, like this is only set up for like, I guess 10 to 15 pounds, maybe lighter. If you put some 50-pound tests on here, I mean, you're not gonna be able to put much line on the spool, number one. And number two, if you hook into something bigger, it's possibly gonna tear up that drag. I have had reels to do that when I was younger, so that's why I try to, do it like it's supposed to be done.
So in other words, when you buy your new reel, read the package, and it should tell you what size line it can take.
It'll tell you how much of each side line that it'll hold. If you're using 4-pound test, it might hold 150 yards. You're using 8-pound test, it may hold 125. If you're using 10-pound test, it may hold only 100. Oh, got hung. Oh boy, I'm hung this time.
Okay, he's hung. So we're gonna see, can he get it?
There you go.
That was easy.
That was easy. Sometimes it's a little tougher, but it may hold less line.
Before you do that, demonstrate what you did with your line. You was doing something with your line down here.
What I was doing was, once it get hung, I catch my line right here and I shake my tip, and that'll pop it loose. Or if it's stuck really good, I pull my line all the way down and put my tip in the water and push that jig out, and it'll release it like that.
Yep. Okay, so that's a different technique. Okay, guys, this is kind of an educational video as well as a fishing video. Let us know if you like the education videos to tell you how to fish, where to fish, and what setups you need. Put it in our comments if you like that the teaching part of it, or you strictly like fishing. We like to teach because a lot of people are new beginners fishing, or old, been fishing for years, but learn new techniques from different people.
Yeah, and what I was saying is that you can put a little bit heavier line on there than it's required sometimes, which is okay, but just try not to go too heavy.
And like you was telling me the other day about the memory of the line when you unspool it off the spool that you have.
Yeah, when you buy a new reel and you want to spool it with line, that plastic ring that the line comes on, the line memory is monofilament. The line memory is to that foam. I mean, to the size of that plastic. So it's going on a smaller reel. So a lot of people have different ways how you put it on there. Some people say put the tag side down and your line will go on better. Some people say put the tag side up and your line will go on better. Some people say soak it in water. So it's different ways to do it. Me, I just put mine on with the label up, and what I do is I hold my hand right out here and I just reel the line in and keep a little pressure on there so it goes on the spool tight. That's all I do. I don't worry about it. And then after a while, the memory of the line will conform to the size of the reel you're using. Well, yep. What happens is that it creates line twists, and you want to lessen that as much as possible. You don't want all the line twists in there.
It's a line twist the same as a bird's nest?
No, a bird nest is different. A line twist can get in your line, and then if you cast out there, it backlashes and it create a ball of line all balled up together. That's a bird nest.
That looks like a bird's nest.
It looks like a bird nest. That's a bird nest. But a line twist, it don't have to be tangled. It could just be coming off your line wrong, and it will create a tangle.
Oh, okay.
All right, time to fish.
All right, yep, time to fish.
Guys, I had another one. Look, he pulled that jig down a little bit. I'm gonna put it back up there. What happened, guys, I saw a fish turn up right down there between that rock and that piece of brush. And I said, oh, a fish just turned up there. I don't think he's gonna bite, but I'm gonna try it anyway. So I'm gonna put it right back down in there again and see if I can get it. Whatever it was small. I think it was a rock bass or something, but we'll see. Yeah, he gone this time.
You spooked him off.
I spooked him off. As soon as I put it in there, guys, he hit that thing like boom, and I missed it. So either he know it ain't real now, or he's scared of that hook set.
So guys, I don't know if you can see that, but he that's what you call jigging, where he is making that false minnow looking thing, crappie stick jig, look real. Where he's coming up and down like a minnow that's, you know, lost his mind, really.
And sometimes I'll move it, and you see that line swing, it'll swing back up under the tip, and they will hit it sometime on the swing. So I'm gonna move it toward that rock right there, and you see my line stayed, and then it swings back under the tip. A lot of times they would hit it, and then I would bump it a little bit. I'm not no real aggressive like that, just a little bit of bump like that, just enough. Just a little bit of bump. Move it again, let it swing, a little bit of bump, a little bit of bump. And I do that all the way into the bank. I go down the bank a little ways, hoping to get a hit. And if I don't, I swing back out toward the open again. And I just keep repeating that process until I get a bump. That's it.
And then when he do get a bump, and how he know he has a bump, I hope you all saw that. I know the line is pretty light, and I can't see if you all can see it, but I hope I got it well enough. But when he does get a bump, his hand is right here. If you can see his hand here, when he get a bump, you can kind of feel like a little thump in the rod.
Yeah.
And when it do thump, he kind of snatches the hook to set the hook, and then you got you a meal on the other end, or you a good throwbacker, whatever. But then you just got the feel of that thump.
And sometimes, guys, you might not feel that stomp, because sometimes you let the jig in too fast, they'll actually hit it on the fall. So you got to watch that line. That line will stop going down, or it'll move funny, or it'll just jerk a little bit. And then you set the hook then too, because it could be a crappie or something on there that hit it on the fall.
And guys, all that come with time. All that come with fishing for a long time. Then you'll get to understand, because then you see the different ways that the fish bite and the way they lay the line and all of that. Some of the YouTubers that has been doing YouTube, you know, they've been fishing for years and years and years. You know, grandpa them and grandma them been taking them fishing ever since they was real young. Ralph Nash said that he grew up fishing. He's not a YouTuber. He probably could start a YouTuber. Very nice guy. Can't wait to get back down there during the spring and get up on those crappies. Don't forget us, Ralph. We coming. We got us a boat now. We coming, okay? So don't forget us. So yeah, we're gonna have a great time with him in the spring. And guys, we would love, love, love to fish with everybody that invite us out fishing. But we can't, because Fishin Ed and I, we're still working people. We still work, and we have to take time off. And even if we wasn't working, you know, your pockets only go so deep, and then, you know, you when you keep sticking in there, there's a hole, and there's no more money there. So, but we would love to fish with everyone. Oh, he got another one. We would love to fish with everyone who has invited us out to fish, but we just can't. But there will be a time that we will get to fish with people, because we make trips, we plan trips all over, and maybe that trip will be planned in your area.
Yeah, we've been invited to Ohio, to Florida, Alabama, but we just aren't able to go. Now, Mississippi, we got a lot of family down there, so we go down there a lot, so we can hook up with people more often than not when we go to Mississippi. But we are planning a trip this winter, this December, in the winter time, down in Sarasota, Florida. Don't know if
Larry, if we can hook up with you, we will.
Yeah, Larry asked us to come down there. He said where we're going is an hour from him, 2 hours from him.
I think he said about 2 hours away.
Okay, we may get a chance to hook up with Larry, the guy that gifted me my pouch. So we may get a chance to hook up with him. But we'll see. As of right now, we're not sure if we're going to be able to make that trip or not. But as soon as I do, my uncle stays down in Sarasota. I haven't seen him in years, so I'm planning on going down there to pay him a visit, and he likes fishing too, so maybe he can show us some hot spots in his area. But we'll see. We're gonna get this one back.
When we plan a trip, it is not only to fish, it is also to see family, because, you know, family is important. Because, guys, death is all over the land. It is all over the land. People are here today and gone tomorrow. And love on your loved ones while they're here. Don't wait until they're gone. You're crying, saying, "I wished I had, I could have, I should have." Do it now. The time is now to do it. And guys, chills is going down my body as I'm speaking this right now, because somebody may need to hear this. I didn't have a great relationship with my mom. My mom didn't raise me. My grandparents raised me, and for years I had a grudge against my mom because I felt like she abandoned me. I forgave her. And I had that relationship with my mom before she passed away. My mom ended up with throat cancer and lost her voice and couldn't talk. Guys, I started missing my mom even before she left because I didn't hear my mom's voice. I didn't hear my mom's voice for years because she couldn't speak anymore. When she would call me on the telephone, because she couldn't speak, we would have to do code like yes and no questions. Are you okay? Press 1 for no and press 2 for yes. And that's the way we communicated. And I would do all the talking, and she would do the pressing of the button. And I would tell her about her grandkids and stuff. Guys, that is a lonely feeling. And
Yeah.
forgiveness is easy because
Yeah.
you're not forgiving the person who did you wrong. You're forgiving because you want to be right with God. You want to have that forgiveness in your heart so that you can go on and be the person you need to be.
Yeah, when she said press 1 for yes and 2 for no, she meant the dial tone of the phone. Just pressing the button. Boop 1 time was yes, and boop boop 2 times was no. That's what she meant by that.
Okay, I'm old school. My mama had a landline. She still had the landline. So we could talk on the landline. And while I would talk on the cell phone, she would talk on the landline. And she would press a button and we would communicate that way. I miss my mom.
Had a hit.
You had a hit. I miss my mom. But God does not make mistakes. When he say that it's over, it is over. And it means that he took that person for a reason. So always remember, God does not make mistakes. And one of the things that I always tell people when you lose a loved one, my thing is I procrastinate to call someone if they lose a loved one because I don't know what to say. Because you want to make that person feel better. You want the magic words. You don't have them. All you can tell them is God in time. That's the magic time. God in time has the healing for you. So Fishin Ed got another smallie. Nothing but smallies are biting today.
Yep. It's all right with me, guys.
All right with you, huh?
I just want a bigger one, but this is fun too.
Yeah.
Guys, I haven't put a minnow on there in 20 minutes or so. So I'm just straight ACC Crappie snack and 1/16 ounce jig head. That's it.
That's it. That's all. And guys, I'm kind of talking to you all because I don't get to do this very often. You are not my subscribers. You all are my friends. I enjoy talking with my friends. And if you don't like the talking, I'm sorry. You can mute your phone if you just want to see the fishing. Because I did have one lady to tell me that I talk too much.
Family. He said friends, family and friends. You all are
Family
my
and
family.
friends. Family and friends. When I invite you into my home, I don't sit there and look at you. I talk to you. I probably share way more than I should because Fishin Ed is not a talker. Guys, Fishin Ed say this is fun. He said that he hasn't caught these many smallmouth in I don't know how long.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a good little minute.
Huh?
I said it's been a good little minute since you caught smallmouth like that.
Yeah. Look where my weight went. Now my shot of weight, guys, is way down here. But when you catch a fish, sometimes with them thrashing and it going on, my lid went way up there. Look at that. So this is where I normally keep it at. I normally keep it about right there when I'm jigging. Because there's a lot of stuff to get hung up on down there, so I want to keep it close. The further you have it spaced out, the easier it is to get hung when you're jigging. Now, if I'm throwing out there and catching and reeling in slow, I bring it up a little bit higher. All right, we're gonna let this one go. Get another good look at it.
That is a smallmouth again.
Yes, it is. Smallmouth day.
Smallmouth type of day.
All right, guys, I'm hung up again. You see that? I'm hung up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna catch this line back here, and I'm gonna slide my tip all the way down. And I'm gonna shake it. If that don't get it, then I push it all the way in the water and push out, and boom, you got it loose.
Guys, he did that kind of fast. I hope you all got it.
Oop. Hey guys, you see those rocks that extends out into the water? I'm gonna go right here. I told her to film on that because normally when I get around something like that, I get a bite. So I'm gonna ease my jig over in that area and I'm gonna see will I get a bite. Sometimes it hold true, sometimes it don't. But we'll see. But that's a good ambush point because those rocks kind of break up the current. And it's a good ambush point.
And what he means about an ambush point is a bigger fish can sit in a weight out of the current, and the smaller fish may not have any control or swimming to get into the area, and then the bigger fish can eat the smaller fish, the feeder fish.
All right, guys. It don't look like it's gonna happen, but normally that's a good ambush point. See, I'm still seeing rocks even way down there where I am. But look like this time he said, nah, you're filming, I ain't gonna do it.
Or it may not be in the fish there right now.
Right. They come in and out, so it may not be there right now. I'm gonna go by it one more time. But sometimes you can give it a minute and come back, and before you know it, boom, you got a hit.
But I bet if I turn his camera off, I bet you get a hit.
I cannot believe it, boy. Normally I will.
Yeah, it's been happening all morning.
Yeah. He camera shy.
He camera shy.
Yeah. We're gonna turn it off.
He don't want that video time yet, huh?
Yeah.
All right. I guess he's making us out of a liar. For now. Guys, that is Fishin Ed's second smallmouth he has caught by this tree right here. That tree right there, that's his second smallmouth jigging around that tree. The first one, I was talking to my son on the telephone. He had a little incident last night, and so I was trying to get that cleared up.
Yep, second one. I'm in back to back, man. All right, we're gonna let him go. Let's see.
That was back to back.
Let's see if we can get a three-peat.
All right, a three-peat or a repeat?
Well, it was a repeat on the second one.
It's a three-peat on the third one. If I get another one.
I already got two from right here.
Watch, it's not going to happen again. It's not going to be a three-peat. Come on, fishy, 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 fishy.
Missed it.
You missed him?
Yeah, I missed it.
Could have been a three-peat.
Could have been a three-peat.
If Fishin Ed don't be in that water, look at him. He's so trusting. I don't know why he's so trusting. Know that we done got up in age that we don't need to be falling.
Well, see, I ain't close to the edge, number one. Number two, I'm holding on to this tree branch, so I got some room in case I do fall. I got some room and some time.
Oh, okay.
To grab hope, even if I have to buy another ACC Crappie Stix.
Oh no, you better say the ACC Crappie
Nah,
Stix.
when it comes to life or death, the river can have it.
You better throw the ACC Crappie Stix up here on the bank while you fall.
If I'm falling this way and I'm trying to throw the ACC Crappie Stix that way, guess what? I'm going back first that way. So that ACC Crappie Stix gonna have to wave by.
You gotta be an acrobat, throw the ACC Crappie, I catch it.
It ain't that important to me. I like it, but it ain't that important.
I was just kidding with you, honey.
Well, guys, I guess it ain't gonna be a three-peat, so.
I want you to save you before you say the ACC Crappie Stix.
Oh, God.
You too anxious. You want it to happen.
No, he would hold on to the tail. See how he pulled the tail off? He didn't have the hook part. He just had the tail. So when I set the hook, it wasn't anything there. Because he was just holding on to this part right here.
Okay.
And a lot of times, the smaller ones would do that, guys. Sometimes the bigger ones would bite short too. But I've seen people put another hook on here and have a stinger hook back there, what they call a stinger hook. So what it would be with that, the main hook would be right there, and another hook would be sitting about this far back. That way, if any fish hitting short, if they miss this first hook, they'll get that second one. But I'm not going to do that.
Okay. Okay. Guys, what Fishin Ed noticed is when he jig more by the rocks, he get more bites.
Yeah, guys, I jigged down this whole bank right here, and rocks go all the way. When you get to that third tree, between that third tree and that fourth tree that's broken, it's mud, a mud bottom. So once I passed all the rocks, I didn't get another hit. So I came back this way. Down here is rocks, and it's wood down there that's holding the rocks against the bank. So you got rocks and wood together down there. So once you get past that third tree, it's no more rocks, it's no more wood uh, break wall to hold that wall up. So they are not in that mud down there. Sometimes you can get down there and catch catfish and oh, I hit the mic. I'm sorry. I got something. I feel like something crawling on me right there. Sometimes you can get down there in the springtime in the mud bottom and you can catch crappie and catfish and stuff like that. But today nothing was biting down there, so we're just sticking around the rocks in the wood. All right, we're gonna let this one go. This one's a little bit bigger than some of the other ones. He's a little bit darker too, in case you didn't notice that.
And guys, we are using these mics right here. That's what I wanted you all to see, the mic that's on his shirt. And you may hear some ruffling in there
Yeah,
because he started rubbing on it.
All right, he gone. This one hit about 3 times. I kept missing him. He kept holding on to the tail, so I just kept throwing it back in there for him.
Show him where he hooked at.
He hooked right through the top of the lip right there.
Right where you want him to be.
Yep, he got a little mark right there too.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
That may be the last one for today.
Maybe. Guys, let me show you this right quick. You see, you notice my leg keeps sliding up. I normally keep it right here, like that. But the reason I do that is because if it get hung up down there, I can pull my line, and once it reach that hook, that leg will slide all the way to that hook, and I can get it untangled better. So that's why I do that. I don't crimp it tight. Number one, if you crimp it too tight, it creates a weak spot in your line because it's on an 8-pound test. So you want to crimp it tight enough to stay in place, but not so tight you can't slide it. They do make these leads with rubber in them, and you won't have to worry about damaging your line with the rubber, but they are more expensive. These are cheap, dollar pack for 40, 30, something like that. So I just crimp it lightly and then worry about sliding it where I want to. All right.
All right. Guys, I know that I probably got cut off in the middle of a sentence, but the reason it is because my phone is stopped recording. So we're going to end this video right here, right now. I'm going to ask you to make tomorrow better than today.
And until next time, God bless and good fishing.
Peace, y'all. We out of here.
Now that fishing's over, sun is getting low. Yes, I caught a big one, but I just had to let him go. Yes, he was a nice one, he was the biggest of the day. Sure felt mighty good to me just to watch him swim away. May not ever see him again, this I know is true. But now that he is swimming free, you might catch him too. Glad you came to fish with me, yes it was really nice. Maybe we can go again on the life of a fisherman's wife. Until next time, God bless and good fishing. Peace.